Sorry, Ryder. Sorry, man. All right. Ugh. Hey, how are you, Chanteuse Cherry? How's life? I already have it out. Okay. What's going on in your world? I got that. Hello. Come on in if you want to ask a question, want to chat, let's talk. Badger. Bro. I'll yell at the dog. Because he's putting his nose where he shouldn't be. All right, let's see. Bear, navigation, crow, grudge holder, the alley, accomplishment, the broom, cause and effect, and the senior citizen, support and guidance. It looks like you may be needing to gather some advice about how to clean up a situation with someone who's holding a grudge. This may be having to sit with the elders for a minute to ask them what you need to do. All right. Let's see. Hidden partnership. All right. Raccoon conservation and pig self-awareness. You may have to be aware of the positions that you play in your relationships. Like if you're always the one calling, stop calling for a minute and see if they call you. Like start pulling back your energy and see who contacts you because they notice. It's a big, huge lesson I had to learn. I was like, I'm always calling them and they never pick up the phone to call me. And when I stopped calling them, I noticed how quiet my phone got. And I also noticed though how much peace and calm I had when I stopped watering gardens that were not for me. So that's why I get off of partnership and conservation and self-awareness is realize how you're watering. Like you can't give someone more of something they don't appreciate. All right. Okay. Well, we're done in that. I'll pull into the tarot. See what we got going on. I had to pull out the crow deck. I did a reading earlier for my tattoo artist, and he had sent me something like a beautiful poem. Beautiful, but it was about heartbreak. It was about basically like twin flame love, and I was like, ooh. And in it, there was something about crows, and I was like, all right, well, I pulled out the crow deck for my tattoo artist. Hiya, one crazy mother. How are you? I had a very long conversation with one of my lovelies. That's why, like, you and I were chatting, and I dropped off for a bit because I had a very long conversation with my tattoo artist about life and love. I was just yelling about him last night, though, too. I'm like, he needs to get his shit together. I was talking to somebody else. I was like, he needs to get his shit together. And then he popped up today, and I was like, people. Anyway, all right. Telepathy. We were talking about telepathy yesterday, weren't we? One crazy mother. And being in tune with people. Tower. The tower. Anything that is not built on solid foundation needs to go. Okay, so one crazy mother. This guy has been my tattoo artist who I have, like, I love him, but he's definitely, like, a boy and he needs some redirection. So I've been working with him, and I also knew when it was time to pull back, and because he will telepathically call me, and then I just show up, and he's like, he said it tonight, he's like, you always show up on the days that, like, I'm feeling at my worst. And I was like, so I've been thinking about him really heavy. I was talking about him last night. There were two things I was talking about, and then he was one of them, and he showed up today, and I was like, and then I had to say to him, because I was like, yeah, how much do you notice, like, I've been missing? He's like, yeah, he's like, you're hardly ever around. I was like, because I'm helping a lot of people right now. I'm like, so if I'm giving you advice, especially for free, you might want to listen, especially if I used to see you all the time and then now we hardly see each other at all. You gotta, cherish what you get with me. All right. So, I love him, but I definitely, I'll just consider that his, like, birthday present. His birthday's coming, so him getting a reading and life advice when I haven't seen him in a hot minute is, his birthday present. All right. The Tower and Judgment came out. So we have Scorpio, we have Libra energy. So Tower, anything that was unjust, Judgment's taking its calling on it, and the Tower is the after effects of it. We have Two of Wands in reverse. So that's we were working to balance, like, our passions. Yet with all of this upheaval, it's kind of in a standstill energy. Nine of Wands, we are putting down that burden that we're saying, you know what, I can't carry this. These passions that were yours, I'm not going to have problems because of your passions. So, yeah. All right, Chariot, Cancer energy. Chariot is very much about, we want our family, we want loving, we want nurturing. It's an emotionally embodied energy, so we could be dealing with a Cancerian, or, like I say, Chariot it's that swift motion towards building that life and that love and the emotional landscape that you want. Five of Wands, we are putting down those burdens. It has to change. We have to realize that all of this is happening for a greater purpose. Temperance. I love, we have so many freaking court cards out here. Temperance is patience, balance. It's Sagittarius energy. It's that wounded healer. It's kind of finding that balm for that burn. We're figuring out how we need to balance our life in order to have fun, yet create the best life possible. And Hierophant, this is tapping into that higher Venus knowledge. That's Taurus energy. It's very stable. It's grounded. It's nurturing because it's earth sign. But it's tapping into that higher knowledge of what we need for love and stability and what is for the highest good of everything. So One Crazy Mother, I think those sounds last night, because I went back and I listened to the video afterwards, I think the first sound was the dog snoring, when people were saying it sounded like the door, when you had said it sounded like the door was opening, like there was a door creaking. I'm pretty sure it was the dog snoring. And then the knocking noise, or the footsteps noise, I'm pretty sure that was the cards against the table. So, or it could be more. Who knows? I have all kinds of crazy stuff that happens, so who knows? Four of Wands in the sideways. That's our stability. That's our foundation. They're kind of turned on their side. lots of wands, lots of fire energy out tonight, which is great. You know what though? One crazy mother, I really do have like phantom sounds around all the time, so I've gotten used to them. So when people ask like what something is, and I'm like, oh, that's something so random, or I'll say like what it is, and they're like, no, it isn't. I'm like, you don't have to believe it. You can let your mind play with that. So, I think when we were talking about it yesterday, like I was starting to talk about how actually I did have an alcoholic named Gary that was attached to the house when I first moved in. So you're not wrong. I did have an alcoholic named Gary that was attached to the property for like a good 2 or 3 months. So, yeah. I had, and she's since not been here, but I had a friend and her daughter is, she's delayed, and she was in my house. My friend was completely oblivious. I had just moved in the house, like not even weeks. I hadn't been in this house, and she brought her daughter over, and her daughter started open channeling one of the spirits of the house, and the spirit was complaining about like her grandson and how he's running the street and this, that, and the other thing. I was like, she was completely freaking, everyone was completely oblivious except for me, and I was like freaked the fuck out, and I was like, you guys need to go. But so no, you're right. I do have a spirit around me named Gary. He kind of, comes with the house. I love that you picked that up, though. Right on. One crazy mother. Aries, Emperor Aries energy. And we're getting all this wand, all this fire energy, one crazy mother. So you may be sharing half a brain cell more than you realize. Oh, gosh. Yeah. No, and welcome. You're welcome. I apparently have an effect also where like I amplify other people's channeling effects or their ability to tap in. So drink lots of water. Leave a tip on the seat when you go on your way out. I don't know. All right, let's see what else we got. Oh, man. Well, and one crazy mother, when they talk about the collective, I can be here all night. Sometimes Knight of Wands. So we have Knight of Wands and Knight of Pentacles. So we have that fiery, passionate, like, let's get them. That our fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We also have Knight of Pentacles. We are building our stability. It's slow and steady. Think the turtle. The turtle wins the race because eventually he gets to the finish line. And he knew he wasn't going to get there the fastest. He just had to keep going. On the bottom, though, before we go anywhere, the Tower. We got to be willing to let go of what is no longer for us. Yeah. Let's see what else. The Sun, all with the fire sign energy. The Sun, Leo energy. That's the happiest card in the deck. 10 of Pentacles. We're getting that money, the shmoney. Queen of Wands. Like, one crazy mother. If you aren't all over this, I don't know who is. Queen of Wands, you're sitting in that like passionate, you get what you want, and Hierophant, Taurus. So either attracting Taurus or energy or tapping into that financial freaking abundance. We're building. Just keep swimming. Actually, so we had Queen of Wands. We also had the Emperor out there Look at the sun. There's like fire all over it. Should I take those? Ace of Cups. Okay. I bet you, wait. Because whatever you purchased, you're going to be able to bring something fruition-wise. It wasn't like your shop was just a waste. It was like you acquired tools that help you on your spiritual path. Come on, girl. Ace of Cups, because love came out right after. So whatever you picked up, you're going to be manifesting love and money. Come on. Let's turn that frown upside down. Yes, you took a hit to the financials, yet I know you're going to make something beautiful out of it. You better show me the rocks you got. I want to see your rocks, girl. I know you showed me your deck, and I love it. I want to see your rocks. King of Cups. God. All right, come on. I showed you my rocks earlier. I brought that was only like a small percentage of my rocks, though. I have a lot because how many did you buy? Could you piece it out like once, like if you like, totally cheesy idea. If you bought 12 gems and then once a month you could give him a gem for each month of the year. Be like, this is January's crystal, and do like a theme around it. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking too hard about it. King of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We are finding love. We're finding a masculine that is very in touch with their emotions and stable. Did you buy any tiger's eye? Okay. All right. I love smoky quartz because it's a great protection stone. So smoky quartz bracelet is primo ballerina. And if you put like a intention, like did you sit and meditate with it and activate that smoky quartz? Because that would be my next. I would put like an intention on it. Like if I were just to use as an example, and I already have it, if I wanted like this particular bracelet, and this bracelet is known for balancing the masculine and feminine, this one in particular. So if I wanted to set that intention of like, you know, helping me find bridge that gap between the masculine and the feminine, sit with it and then blow on it to activate it, because you're putting your own breath into it, your own fire. And breath is literally, I mean, it's air, it's water, it's fire, it's like your own passion. So yeah. What other stones did you buy? If you want to talk about it. If you don't, that's fine too. But well, what did we just have? We just had a new moon. If you give it another 2 weeks, it'll be a full moon. And you can charge them. Charge them. Okay, so we have King of Cups and we have King of Pentacles. So we are going to have options about who gives us a cup of love. Let's see what else. 6 of Wands, you will find victory. 2 of Swords, you feel like you're in a stalemate. So we have Page of Pentacles. and Three of Swords. So King of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, Three of Swords may bring you heartbreak because he may not be as stable as he portrays himself to be. You'll make the right choice though. Page of Cups, the Hierophant popped out again. Wheel of Fortune, the Sun, and Knight of Wands. Okay, so Wheel of Fortune is all turning in your favor. Hierophant, we're tapping into what's for the best of the highest collective. Sun, we will be victorious. And Knight of Wands, we're charging forward with passion on that. All right, let me see if I can pull from another deck for a little bit. Okay. Pull from the Astro cards. All right, we have Mars with motion, Pluto with rebirth. I'll be right back. And 11th house community. Okay. Looks like you're going to be moving forward soon. Looks like you're going to be moving forward soon with support. Nice. Very cool. I love red jasper. I don't know. Some of the other ones, I don't know what they are. I'd have to look them up. I probably do know what they are, but I just don't know. I look at stones, I'm like, I like that one. That you're going home with me. Ascendant entrance. So we are making our entrance into the next phase that we need to be in. Very cool. Is there a shop close to you, One Crazy Mother, or is it kind of far for you? We have square, semi-square, Kunikun, and tension. So this entrance that you're making, it's causing anxiety. It's okay. Breathe, rest, drink water, meditate, be as gentle as you can be. Taurus, cultivate. How close is Savannah to you? Which... Taurus, cultivate. You're going to be creating that entrance into whatever it is that's creating tension. Okay. It's like a 5.5 hour drive for me. I've been there once as a teenager, which is where I fell in love with pilots when I was 16 or 17. It's a 5.5 hour drive for me, though. Like, I've been tempted to drive there, but I didn't realize it was so freaking far. I was like, yeah, I know. That's maybe some year I'll make the drive to Savannah. I do want to go back. It's been a long ass time, and there's a lot to unpack there mentally in Savannah. So, we'll see. We'll get there. Just like New Orleans. I need to get to New Orleans. Because I've got some stuff to unpack there, but that's going to take some time. I have a crazy story about New Orleans. So, yeah. Hey, B, how are you? Yeah, I just slightly changed the camera angle. I don't know. I am always evolving and always changing it up. That's who I am. That's what I do. How are you tonight? We have Neptune, Vision, and 8th house, Mystery. 8th house deals with our sexuality. How are we needing to take a closer look at what our vision is for our life, our relationships, everything going forward. Very cool. Very, very cool. I'm chilling too. Chilling and reading. We have trine, synchronosis. Watch the synchronicities. If it's a recurring theme, you need to pay attention. If it keeps coming up, it's something you need to look at. What are you doing to chill on this Friday night? It is Friday, right? I know I just looked at my phone to confirm, but... Very cool. Well, I was going to say, do you watch anything when you're laying in bed? But obviously you're watching me, so... What else do you watch when you're not watching Twitch? Or do you do something else while you're laying in bed and chilling? I guess that's the deck we got. Okay, very cool. I made it a goal because I, for decades, had to share a bed. So I made it a goal that my bed feels like a nest. Like, I have it set up perfectly for me. Like, I got to the point where I was like, I get to sleep in the middle of the bed if I want. So I understand the laying in bed because I've made my bed like a little nest because I'm like, I'm going to make it how I want it. And if I want to lay in it, I will. What type of old talks from well-minded people do you listen to? Okay. I understand that. I understand that. All right. This is a gorgeous freaking card. It is imperative right now to take a step back and spend some time alone. Instead of placing your focus on another, now is the time to give to yourself. It is important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone. Instead of placing your focus on another, now is the time to give to yourself. Okay. And then a message for you. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. You don't realize who gets up every day to make sure that you're still around. There are a lot of people that you bring so much light to their world and they wake up just to see, like, hey, is she around? Did we get there? The past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. The past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. Okay. Let's see. What else? What else? Maybe we're done in that deck. deck is done for now. I'm going to pull back from I'm going to pull into the tarot. So I think that's where I want to go next. Pull out This May Hurt deck. Empress on the bottom. Beautiful energy, that's Divine Mother. Nurturer, the cosmic womb. Fertile in ideas, very Pisces. Two of Wands, Ace of Wands. We're getting that passionate spark or that offer to find stability in what we love to do and what we want to do. Okay, Six of Swords, Page of Pentacles. We are working our financials. It's not quite there yet. We need to let go of some of the outdated patterns around our financial. Six of Swords, this is finding victory, moving away to safety. You'll be okay. All right, Queen of Wands. So Queen of Wands, again, all over it, and Scorpio, all over it. Ooh. And Libra again. Okay, so Queen of Wands, we are sitting in our passions. This is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Justice, this is Libra. We are finally getting justice over the things that have been withholding us back from our highest growth. The Lovers, this is Gemini energy. This is the two parts of one coin. The High Priestess, again, very Libra, Venus energy you have, and the Magician. So we have the High Priestess and the Magician, which are kind of the same rankings. Like, they're both the sides of creating everything that they want for their life. They have all the elements. They use every element. They're the master alchemizers. And then we have Death. So we have Scorpio energy. And Death is just knowing that this cycle is closing and a new cycle is beginning. We want to end the Tower on the bottom. So heavy, again, just heavy on the Scorpio. The endings are coming. The justice is coming. You had double Libra. You had double Scorpio. Okay. Let's see. What else? All right, Queen of Swords, Knight of Pentacles. So Knight of Pentacles, love that it came out earlier. We're building our finances. Queen of Swords, we need to decide and be decisive about what it is we want and what else we're cutting out. Okay. Hi. Let's see. What else? Four of Cups. Left out. Feeling sad. All alone. Okay. Breathe, rest, drink water, meditate. It's like that clutching onto emotions because you're afraid. You're like, I don't know if I'm ever getting another moment of solitude. Yes, you are. You will find peace again. You just gotta rest first. Okay? All right. Let's see. What else do we need? Nine of Pentacles. Yes. Knight of Wands coming out. Wheel of Fortune coming out. So Nine of Pentacles, that financial abundance, success is coming to you. Knight of Wands, rushing forward. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Wheel of Fortune. It all spins. It's always spinning. It always spins. It's spinning in your favor. And once it connects, like once it gains enough momentum, there's no stopping it. When people try to stop me, and I'm like, you can't stop me. I'm a force of motion. Even the universe can't stop me. That's what happens once you build enough of the direction that you're going. You'll keep going. Wheel of Fortune's the same. Once it all starts turning in that favor, there's no stopping it. So keep on the path. One of the messages that's been kind of coming through is we're exactly where we need to be right at that moment. It's all divine timing. And I know that's so frustrating because we always are like, I don't want to be here right now. This sucks. Well, you are right where you need to be because there's an experience to be had here right now. And then once you have that experience, then you move on to the next thing. So 6 of Swords, success, moving away, safety, getting out. You're like, okay, I see all those mind traps. I see all those games. I don't see all of them, but I see enough of them to know that it's time to get out. If you can get out at 6 of Swords, then you don't have to get to 10 of Swords. So 2 of Swords came out as well. So this is all mental. 2 of Swords is needing to make that decision, that hard decision, get out of the stalemate and be like, this isn't for me. We're out. I'm going to get in my rowboat, like 6 of Swords. I'm going to get in my rowboat or my speedboat and take off. That's a no for me, dog. Another message that keeps coming up is like, clean up your circle. It's not necessarily who your friend is. It's like, who are they attached to that potentially is not someone that you want to be around. Okay. 2 of Wands. Again, we're trying to balance those passions. So 2, 2, and 6. Magician, love it. Magician, we are creating the ultimate life that we want, need, love, desire. We are the master manifester. That's the magician is the master manifester or the master manipulator. I love when people say, oh, hey, Yoel professor. How are you? You're here again. And so we meet again. How are you? How beeth the night for you? Okay. What's going on? Besides deep yawns. Okay. In a positive way or in a negative way. I gave you something to chew on. You can ask a new question, yes. Is Yoel Professor on the right path? Okay. All right. So before I go any further, I do see, yes, you're on the right path. You have the Wheel of Fortune, and how I was just talking about how, like, once the wheel starts spinning in the correct path, you're, like, there's no stopping it. The momentum just takes full-fledged forward. So I have Wheel of Fortune coming out right away. I have Hanged Man in the middle, and we'll come back to him. And then we have Nine of Pentacles. So you're on the right path. It's moving in the right direction. The Hanged Man, though, is asking you to look at the perspective, kind of like how you and I interacted yesterday, and that clicked a different, like, thought pattern in you. So you had to step back. So the Hanged Man is that. It's how do we take that, like, take a step back, look at it from a different angle, and then utilize that information that you gather and change path to be in the correct direction. So it's like, yes, you're on the right path. I need you, though, to take and sit back and actually look at the situation you're on, and then decide for your own personal self which step you need to take next. Okay? It has to feel right for you in your heart. So the universe is simple. It's either yes or no, on or off, right? So if you think about doing something, if you're like, okay, tomorrow today I'm going to this place, and you're like, yes, I'm really excited about that, then you know that that's a yes. If you know that you have something to do tomorrow and you're like, this fills me with dread, then you know that that's a no. But you have to feel that within you when you're making the decisions. So yes, you're on the right path, but I think you need to actually, like, sit with the whole change of perspectives, even if it's just slightly, to be able to get the bigger picture of where you need to be going and what you need to be doing. Let me know if that resonates. Okay, so it's sometimes, though, okay. So you have to decide long term, what can you live with? And sometimes it's like with anything that's discomfortable or uncomfortable. It's like the temporary pain. We're discouraged by the temporary pain, yet it saves us a long-term amount of agony. So it's like, do the hard thing right now so it saves you from having to do it 20 years from now. It's what can you live with? Because at the end of the day, you're the one who has to make the decision and live with the consequences. And I'll give you an example on this. I was in a situation and I was like, if I don't leave, I'm going to die. So it was like, I know that ultimately death is the end for everyone, right? But it was like, did I want to die? Because when I was in the situation I was in, and I looked up and I was like, if I don't leave, like, I'm either going to depression, suicide, whatever, drink myself to death, pass from cancer. It was one of those that I saw how that path was going, and I knew it was really painful. And I know, like, leaving, I was like, I don't know what's going to come from that, but I knew that it was better than sitting in this place that I was sitting in. So while it hurt like hell, and it still hurts like hell, and there's a lot of fallout from it, I also know that if I had stayed, I wouldn't make it to, like, a certain age. So it's what are the consequences, like, long term, can you live with what you decide, right? And in my situation, I was definitely like, yeah, it hurts, but leaving felt even worse, yet leaving was the best thing that I could have freaking done. So Sorry, I didn't mean to trigger anybody. If I triggered anybody, that was not the intent. It was real life experience. It sure does. Okay. This is kind of you ever know, like when you get to a certain experience level and you look back at the really hard times in your life and you realize that sometimes those were the best times in your life because it showed you what you were made of when no one else was willing to fight beside you. You learned how resourceful you are. You learned how mentally strong you are. You learned how much grit and determination you have. Like, what's the saying? Easy times make soft men make hard times. There's something in there where it's like, when you don't know the struggle, you don't know how strong you would be on, like, when you're called to be. Yeah. It also depends on UL professor, like which levels you get to. Okay. Christ is a consciousness. It's the uprising of your crystalline structure. And actually, so Christ is a frequency. So when they talk about certain numbers, those are certain frequencies. So when they talk about the 144 and the chosen, that's 144 hertz. It's also a frequency that people, when their crystalline structure aligns to that vibration, then they embody Christ-like consciousness. Hopefully that makes sense. And or if you have more questions, let me know, I guess. I don't know about 2-in-1s. Like, I think, so the unit, okay, so potentially. And honestly, you can't have Christ without having a high priestess as the bridge or the womb space for the masculine energy. So 2-in-1 refers kind of how we need both elements. Yeah. So 2 like 2 is 1 is foundation, like the repeating ones is like a new start, or like we're building the foundation. 2 is typically like partnerships, when you see them repeating like that, or like angelic protection is kind of what I feel off 222. 1 is like you're building, especially 4-1s, it's like you're building your foundation, you're building your unity. Where I was going with the binary code is like the matrix will speak to us in numbers and codes, whereas the universe will speak to us in signs and symbols. And they repeat so that we can try and pick up the pattern if we pay enough attention, or they repeat until, like I say, they get our attention and say, hey, this is a message I need for you. So yes, when you see the angel numbers, I definitely would be Googling those to try and see what the esoteric background is to it, to see how it applies to your life. When you see those numbers, apply it to what you were thinking about before it. Christ is, when you want to build a relationship with Christ, it's literally you talking to Christ consciousness. That's how you build your relationship. And then you do acts like Christ-like consciousness. So, how do you want to get to know about something? You ask about it, you talk to it, you talk about it. That's how you get to know about it. That's how you build your relationship. It could talk about building your life with Christ, like building your relationship, because like I say, 2 is about unions. So that's how are you merging your human experience with the spiritual embodiment of Christ and making it into like a higher self, lower self relationship. Yoel Professor, do you listen to sound frequencies at all on YouTube? Like sound bowl meditations? I know. I'm not either. So I would recommend for you, love, to go to YouTube and listen to some sound bowl meditations. I'm not religious, so it or spiritual, like yes, I'm spiritual, but that's all self-taught. So what you see is this is all the trial and error of my journey and doing it solo. So I've had to learn a lot about all of this alone. Anyway, yes, I would suggest, for kind of aligning with that frequency, UL Professor, I would go to YouTube and listen to some of the either sound bowls that are attuned to the Christ consciousness frequency, or any of the videos kind of like that. Did I answer your question, or did I leave it even more confused for you? Okay, Hermit, which is very Jesus energy, going within, that's for medicine. The Emperor, we're taking, that's Aries energy, we're taking charge of our life. Knight of Pentacles, we are building our foundation. And Death, Scorpio energy. So we have Virgo, Aries, Scorpio energy, Knight of Pentacles, we have Earth. We're building, we have to let go, and we have to take that solitary journey to figure out what it is we want and need. So I'm going to tell you what to do. You need to talk to, like, if you were to sit down and you were just to have a talk with Jesus, that's how you start building that energetic bond with it. And that's how we start to embody it. You start talking to the things that you want to bring in. So, like, if you had a different deity you wanted to work with, say it wasn't Jesus, like say you wanted to work with Hecate or Kali Ma or any other deity, whether it be that or Jesus, or if you wanted to bring in a relative that you wanted to channel into, you would start talking to them. Start leaving them space to be able to talk back to you. So ask for clarification. that's a beautiful thing too with spirit and with source, is to clarify. Be like, if you, because you will always get an answer in some way. But you can spin it back to them and say, hey, this was the message I received. Is that clearly what you wanted to indicate, or can you redefine it? Yoel Professor, do you ever journal? Because I can give you another way to get answers as well. If anybody wants to know, I can drop that down below. Like, we can talk about it. Yeah, like writing. So my favorite thing to do is at Walmart or whatever store. Like, this is a inexpensive little journal. I have a million of them. I keep it with me all the time, especially because, like, I'm a huge prophetic dreamer. So I always have a journal, like, in bed with me, because I wake up in the middle of the night and just start writing my dreams out. Sometimes I'll have, like, multiple dreams at night. But so if you have a question that you need an answer to, what you can do is before you go to bed, I can interpret dreams to the best. I do. I can read dreams. I also do a lot of astral traveling myself. I also help others learn how to astral travel. That's something we work on. If you have a question that you need an answer to, and also when I'm starting journals, I like to write down quotes or codes sometimes. So, like, this was one of the quotes that recently came out, is, I'm healing loudly because I was suffering and nearly died in silence. I talk about my shit because I almost died trying to be quiet about it. So that's why we yell about it, so other people know. Anyway, when you have a question for your higher self, for your deities, whoever you want to work with, what I do is before I go to bed at night, I'll write down my question. It doesn't have to be at bed at night. I do it all the time. But right before bed is the easiest, because in the astral realm, it's easier for them to communicate with you. So while you're sleeping is a really easy way for them to communicate with you. That's also why I keep journals close by, because when I wake up and I've been given an answer, I can easily write it down. If I just wrote it down, then I can read it. I can put it all together. So you'll ask your question, you go on about your life. So like I say, if you have a question that you can't find the answer to, write it down, because you're physically putting manifestation to it. It's not just a thought pattern anymore. You're actually physically manifesting it, and then you will physically manifest an answer. So write it down, go on with life. The answer will come to you. It may take a few days. It may come through as a cryptic message, but it's your point to put it in an interpretation. Okay? So you will get clarity, you will get answers, but you need to actually put all the pieces together. What do you want to ask about dream reading, Yoel Professor? Do you want to whisper it to me, or are you going to drop it in the chat? So if you go, are you on the computer or the phone? Because actually, hold on. Okay, I just sent you a whisper, Yoel Professor, so you'll see like a little mailbox, or like a little chat box looking thing. And I just sent you a whisper, baby. I don't know how it comes up on the phone. Somebody else would have to say that. And I'm going to run back to the restroom really quick, but if you want to whisper that to me while I run back there, hopefully you find it, and I'll be right back, baby. If anybody wants to ask any questions or drop any comments, please do. I fill my water first. Hey, Mama. It's not time to eat, handsome. Okay, give me a minute. BRB. I don't believe you, Milo. I think you're pulling my leg, sir. Okay. Let me see what we got. Hold on. Okay. Yoel Professor, that could potentially be a parallel timeline dream. If that makes any, ask me or let me know if that jives or if you need more clarification on that. That sounds like a parallel timeline dream or a prophetic dream. But yeah. So we live in a multiverse, right? So all of our timelines layer on top of each other. And you can do cool things like slip into those timelines and dream of them. It's also how we get a lot of like movie plot lines, is because a lot of those people that write like actually go into those various timelines to extrapolate that. That might be. So it could, like, that was you, but that was you in a different timeline. Like, you were living out like a different reality, but it was you. Like, it's a core memory you carry. And how old were you when you dreamt of your ex? It could definitely be a dream about the future. I've dreamt of the future. And then it came true, and I'm like, oh, shit. So, yes, that could be a dream about the future. And I wouldn't be scared about it. I would just know, like, hey, that's coming. This is what happens. You can also dream about your past lives. Okay. How do you feel about your ex? Bless you. Bless you. Hey, breathe. Anything not for the highest good of my house, you can get the fuck out right now. Sometimes, okay, I get that. Sometimes, though, you need to go fight your own wars for a little bit. Well, that percolates, baby. Oh, I need to change shoes. Damn it. Please hold one more moment. Let me change shoes really quick. Like Mr. Freaking Rogers. Yep. It does. Yeah. No, it does. UL professor. That's why, that's a soul bond. So, congratulations. That's a headache. That's something we can talk about, but that's a soul bond. All right. Would anybody like to ask any questions, or should I just hop into general reads? I do have sound bowl out. I have my solar plexus sound bowl, so I anticipate some of my sound people are going to be in and out today. We're going to do some of the solar plexus. This is opening up your personal sunshine. It's our confidence. It's where we build our power from. It's how we show up in the world. So let's take a big breath in. Blow it out. Let's do one more. Apparently not. Okay. Apparently only one. All right. I'm pull from the Astro Codes card. See what other information we need. Okay, so we have 7th house relationship, 8th house mystery, South Node, past. We need, I know, I feel like such a freaking broken record. It's needing to look at our past patterning and figure out how it's shaped the identity about how we feel about relationships and sexuality and how we identify in the world. It's definitely looking back at childhood patterning energy, always. All right. 1st house, arrive. Okay, that's gorgeous. Arrive, which in opposition and confrontation. How do you want to show up in the world? You can decide that. Okay. Aquarius, collaborate, and Sun, source. Start collaborating with the earth, with the source, with the universe. Co-create the most beautiful love story. All right. So 1st house, arrival, and 8th house, mystery, which is sexuality. I'm getting pumped out. Okay. 8th house, mystery. 1st house, arrival. We're just gonna put those up there so they don't keep coming out like that, since it's a recurrent repeater. Saturn, structure. Okay. Just an old-fashioned love song. Blah. We have to look at how we view family and how is that still assisting us? Is that the highest path for us? Is it helping us grow? Simp on the bottom. This is any woman that has to pay her own bills does not want to simp. Can we just be honest about that? Like, if she has to pay more than $300 of her own bills, she don't want a man simping. Just, fashion witch. We're a fashion witch. We create our own style. We need people that help us attain that aesthetic and maintain that aesthetic. That can't be done with the simp energy where it's like, oh yeah, you're the most beautiful, but I can't actually give you anything. Super breadcrumby energy. It's a privilege to be within your atmosphere. Start treating like that. Don't let people shortchange you. Influencer. It's in reverse, so it's like whoever's simping, they want to be an influencer, but they can't actually get it up. I tell people, I'm like, you have to raise to meet the vibration. We can't come down to you, because you're going to beat me there at every time. Starseed. We are not. We are from, like, you are of earth, not from earth. No. Be from. How the fuck does it? Okay. Starseed. Not from earth. Not normal, natural, native to this craziness. That's why you're an influencer. Why it's a privilege to know you. Don't let everyone in, because not everyone's going to treat it nicely. Self-care in reverse. When was the last time you took care of yourself? That's something I had to ask my friend earlier. I was like, when was the last time you did a side quest or screamed your lungs out to the abyss? And he's like, oh, it's been like a week. I'm like, it's time again. Clearing your throat chakra is self-care. Sometimes the most healing thing you can do is tell someone to get fucked or fuck off. You are a unicorn. Act like it. You are magical. Take care of yourself. Love yourself. Let us see. And then shadow. Love your shadow too. And starseed. If you stand with any height to you, you're going to cast a shadow. People are going to feel some sort of way, and that's okay. You don't have to care about it. You do have to know that you cast it. You do have to know, don't hurt people. But become comfortable with your shadow. It's there to protect you. Alright. Let's see if there's anything else in here. Triggered. Triggering is healing and vampire on the bottom. So triggering is healing. It's only meant to help you grow and evolve and become better. Don't get mad when people trigger you. Don't get mad when you trigger people. It's natural. It's called breathing. You ever know when someone doesn't like you so much that like the sound of your breathing annoys them and you're like, you know what, I'm okay. I didn't ask you if I could. I didn't ask for your permission to exist, so if you're annoyed at my breathing, that's a you problem. I'm just gonna go sit over here. Alright, maybe not. Oh, Ace of Pentacles. We're getting the money, money, money. Money. Yeah. I can't hang out with people that can't sing just randomly. 8 of Swords, mental imprisonment. Because, when we're driving down the road and Bohemian Rhapsody's playing, who's going to help me play the air guitar and sing all the parts? So if you can't sing out of nowhere, like, we can't ride together, man. Let's see. What else? Ace of Pentacles. We're getting our money. We gotta get out of our head, though. 8 of Swords is releasing yourself from that mental imprisonment. Saying, I don't want to sit here anymore. Okay. Okay, so I love musical Tourette's, but I sing when I'm happy. Like, when I'm really fucking happy, I sing all the time. And then, or when I'm really stressed out, like, my mind's, like, starting to, I sing. So when I worked, and I would be in a room with one of my coworkers, and we'd be cleaning up after a patient, and I'd be singing. And I was like, come on, man. If you can't, like, we have to do some mammography karaoke because it's too serious around here. And if I don't sing something, like, I may just be so sad. So, and singing raises our vibration, and it helps open and clear our throat chakra. So you may think it's annoying. I'm just expanding my spiritual horizons. Yeah. Like I say, though, when we're in the car and someone can't sing, I look at them and I'm like, yeah, you don't pass the vibe check. Like, we can't hear. So, all right, the devil. The devil. She a devil. Oh, that's our addictions. That's what's keeping us chained. It's Capricorn energy. It's like what drives us. I was talking to a Capricorn today, and God love them, but I'm like, you guys are obsessive, and you're like brass tacks, like you pay attention to every little freaking detail, and you're so slow and methodical, and I love that about you, but it is definitely like that, what changed us to like our addictions, that we have to be obsessed about it. And is it time to let it go? Do you want that thing hanging over you any longer? All right. 4 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles. So 4 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles, we have been left out emotionally, just feeling bleh. 6 of Pentacles, we have to balance our finances. We are balancing our finances. It's just, we have to sit and sulk for a minute first. 10 of Pentacles on the bottom, though. All that hard work, all that attention to detail, all that drive, it's getting you somewhere. 9 of Cups and 9 of Cups. Wish fulfillment, love, happiness. Yes. Yes. All right. 3 of Pentacles. We have been feeling that financial imbalance, though, that lack. Like, where am I going to pull this money from? We've been feeling it. We have to get out of our head about it. Knight of Swords. Love the confirmation. So Knight of Swords. Rushing forward. Cutting off anything that is not helping you get to your end goal. Like, stop mentally beating yourself up about it. Make the hard decision. Yeah. And sometimes you have to take the initial hit so that you can actually get further down the road. Yeah. I guess that kind of ties into like the choose your hard. It's like eating right is hard, yet when you have weight problems and health problems and everything down the road, which is harder? Like, it's, yeah. Not that I'm one to speak about eating right, but just as an example. One I need to work on. All right, on that note, do a little more solar plexus chakra, internal sunshine. Take a big breath in, blow it out. We're going to do some lion's breath. So lion's breath is where you take a big breath in, and then when you open to exhale, you do like a roar out. So it's a... And it looks silly, and it feels silly, yet that's the whole point. You start to feel slightly childlike, and you start to let that tension melt off of you. So let's do 3 lion's breaths. We'll do a... Just to feel that tension melt up off of you. Learn to play again. Learn to roar like a lion again. Let your sun shine. Into the Trash Panda Oracle. See if there's any advice in there. Maybe, maybe not. Okay. All right, we're gonna get into the Lover Oracle. I'm gonna pull a few cards from there. Let's see if they could talk to you. If they could grow the guts to do it, what would they say? That person that you didn't get any closure from, let's see what they would want to tell you. I'm gonna put some cards away since some of these decks aren't talking right now. We're going to try switching up decks, see if we get a little different energy in there. Sometimes that is needed. So we'll switch around just a little. Change the feng shui of the table. See if that helps. My musical Tourette's coming through with how much is that dog in the window. Alright. Sorry, babe. Let's see. Lover's Oracle. If they could talk to you, what would they tell you about how they feel? Or what's going on? These feelings are eating me alive. So whatever they want to tell you, it's tearing them up. Well, you can't make them talk. Only they can do that. They have to be a big boy or big girl and open their mouth and squawk about it. All right. Let us see what else we need. You are too nice. I don't deserve your kindness. Okay. Looks like you showed someone grace that didn't think that you would show them grace. I wish I could be fully honest with you. Okay. Feels like they're holding back something important they want to tell you and yet can't. Let us see if anything else wants to come out. Life without you is hopeless, dark, and depressing. I miss your light. Man. Okay. Well, the only thing is, they need to open up and talk about it. You can't rush that. You can't make them. They have to be able to make that move. Let's see if there's anything else I want to say. I want to be different. All right. We'll leave it at that. They want to be different, but they have to do the work. And you can't do that for them as much as you love them. You can't do that for them. So they have to do it themselves. All you can do is work on you, and all they can do is work on them. Let's see. Done in there. Okay. I guess we'll pull Rumi. Let's see what Rumi has to say. Arise. It's time to arise. It's time to awaken. Merge with your higher self. Realize what you want on the grand scale, not what little tiny this second wants. What do you want for the bigger picture in your life? Because it's time to start raising up to meet it. Whirling goddess. You are a beautiful creation, and dancing, twirling, whirling goddess. Whether you're masculine or feminine, you are creating your own dance in life, and that is all we come to do. Create our own path, create our own dance. Experience all the things we want to experience and live our best life. Okay. Hey, chill. Are you okay? You're fine. You are fine. No. No. Go lay down, please. Go lay down, please. Alright, I think I'm gonna head out for the night since the cards have gotten quiet. And yeah, I hope you guys have a beautiful night. Welcome to 2025. Feels very Hunger Games-ish, like may the odds ever be in our favor. And yeah, okay, I hope you guys have a good night. I'll catch you later. Bye.